Welcome back, familiar, to Northside LDN, and Liverpool have won 2-0 against Aston Villa, doing what they needed to do. After Man City dropped points, they've gone. Liverpool went out there, knew what needed to be done, and they got the 2 points. Liverpool today, once again, on the counter-attack, just cutting through teams, cutting through Aston Villa on the counter-attack. Certain times, Aston Villa was crossing the ball into the box. Certain set pieces, Liverpool did look a little bit shaky, but they held their nerve. They held their nerve. Darwin Nunez took a really good goal. Could have got himself a brace today. Let's keep it honest. He could have at least got a brace. There was an opportunity given to him by Mo Salah, but I don't think Liverpool fans are going to be that bothered. At the end of the day, they got the points that they needed to, and they are now 5 points clear. You got to give Arne Slot some props. He's not been here long, and he's top of the league, 5 points clear of Man City in second place. Liverpool today played some really good football. Gravenberch today, some of the runs from deep, some of the way he was transitioning with the ball, excellent. And every single time, even though Aston Villa at times looked dangerous on the set pieces, the way as soon as Liverpool got the ball, it was just one route football, straight, just running at them, and the passing, the composure in front of goal. You got to give it to them, man. Listen, Liverpool did what they needed to do. They did what they needed to do. I think probably Mo Salah took his opportunity by himself in the end, because he probably thought, look, Darwin Nunez, that miss that you got, the second opportunity that you should have scored, he's kind of like, nah, I'm gonna get it into my hands and I'm gonna score. And now Liverpool, listen, man, this season is crazy. I can't lie. This season is turning crazy. I really can't lie. McAllister played really well. I think Gravenberch played excellently. Defensively, Liverpool did well. Konate did well. I know it was a decision. He barged Watkins off the ball. Got the ball, fair enough. It is what it is. I think it was a bit too soft to be given as a penalty, in my opinion. And I think even when Gakpo came on, Szoboszlai was a little bit unfortunate with the pass that he gave to Gakpo across goal. Just a little bit too much on it. If it had a little bit less power, they could have won this game 3-0. That would have been a tap-in for Gakpo. Overall, Liverpool played well. Liverpool played well. Aston Villa did a couple of things okay. They did a couple of things okay, but they were just not clinical enough with the chances that they get. Watkins wasn't clinical enough. Konate gets the ball off of him. Early on in the game, Ramsey, I know he came off injured, but at the start, Ramsey looked lively. He was actually running through the midfield. He was taking players on. But then every time he got into the box, it just looked like he was taking too long, too many touches. Every time he got into Liverpool's box, there was a time where he lost the defenders. Shoot. It just took way too long to shoot. His decision-making in the final third was poor. Aston Villa were just banking on set pieces, and Liverpool just kept getting them on the counter. I can't lie, man. You know what I mean? As an Arsenal fan, I can't lie. It's frustrating. You know, Liverpool fans, obviously, you're going to be happy. You're going to be celebrating. You know what the job was, and you guys, you performed. But ultimately, as an Arsenal fan, it's like, bro, this is exactly why I didn't want Mikel Arteta, bro. Because you get a manager that actually knows what he's doing. One thing that Arne Slot is imposed in this team, you don't see Trent getting cooked no more. You don't see Liverpool getting, cooked in terms of playing a high line. They're patient. They're patient. At the start of the game, Liverpool's passing wasn't that great. Their passing was a little bit off. But as soon as they started to get into the rhythm, you started seeing Liverpool create stuff. As soon as they got the ball, it's one route football. But they don't let themselves be opened up at the back. They don't play an extremely high line. Defensively, they're very solid. But they still got certain attributes that they had with Klopp, which is a compliment to Slot, to be fair. I feel like he's combined both styles, like this kind of controlled football, but at the same time, they can defend. You know what I'm saying? But they can switch it up and they can go run one route football whenever they need to. They were dangerous, opening up Villa every single time they got the ball from set pieces. Villa as well, committing too many players into the box at every set piece, and they were just getting cooked every single time. You know, Konza, to be fair to him, he actually kept the score down, because there was that chance that Mo Salah played it to Diaz. Konza with a bad boy slide tackle, to be fair, and won the ball in the counter. But they just kept getting opened up. You can't allow your team to continuously be getting opened up like that from getting the ball back from set pieces and expect that you're going to win the game. I think Liverpool, there's a lot to be happy about if you're a Liverpool fan with Arne Slot. I think there's a lot of good things to take away. I mean, in the first half, Salah with a shot straight at the defender. Watkins with a shot that went straight over the bar. No composure at times from Watkins. Ramsey in the box. No Liverpool defender near him. Doesn't make the decision fast enough to take the shot. Takes too many touches, and they close him down. You know, Ramsey dribbling through a couple of the Liverpool midfield. Ultimately gets in the box. Doesn't have any. You know, there's no quality in the final third. Van Dijk, what a ball! What a ball from Van Dijk into Salah, bro. That is a bad boy long ball into Mo Salah, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? As soon as he got the ball from the set piece into Mo Salah gets fouled. Darwin Nunez takes it around the goalkeeper and smashes it in. Fair enough. Darwin Nunez took that chance, that opportunity. That was a very good goal. Very, very, very good goal. Kanate with a barge on Watkins off the ball. Ultimately, I don't feel like that was a pen. Salah with a cross into Nunez, and he just about misses the header. Villa with a corner. Salah to Nunez in the box, and Nunez skies it over the bar. You got to be finishing those opportunities. Nunez did well for the first goal. The second goal, you've got to be finishing those opportunities. You have to be finishing that. You know, but luckily for Liverpool, Villa, when they had a couple of opportunities, they didn't put them to the sword, and didn't make the most out of the opportunities that they had. Villa with a corner, Onana with a header. What bad boy save. Bad boy save by the Liverpool goalkeeper, Kelleher. Bad boy save. You know what I'm saying? He did really, really well for that save from the Onana header. Villa with another cross in the box, and Digne just hits the side netting. And this is the thing. On set pieces, Liverpool were looking a little bit shaky, but they held their nerve. And that's because they got certain players in there that have the experience and the know-how, you know, to win games. You don't crumble. Just, you know, get collected again and go again. Don't, you know what I mean? But Aston Villa were looking dangerous on the counter-attacks. I can't lie. They were looking dangerous on the counter-attacks, but they didn't put them to the sword. You know, Onana with a shot, with a header straight at Kelleher. Kelleher done well to deal with that. Digne hitting it at the side netting, you know, just a bit too much on it. But no one was closing him down. That's the only time that Liverpool looked a little bit worrying, was in set pieces. Other than that, they looked pretty controlled in the game. Nunez with a shot straight at the goalkeeper. I think sometimes Nunez is... Nunez, he scored his goal. You'll give him praise for scoring his goal, but this guy just misses way too many opportunities. And every time he takes shots from outside the box, a lot of them just go straight to the goalkeeper, you know? But he took a shot and he got the first goal, and ultimately I think Liverpool fans will be happy that they won. They won the game, and that was the main thing, innit? Second half, Nunez again with a long range shot straight at the goalkeeper. Gakpo cuts in the box and absolutely skies it. I was like, yo, Gakpo, come on, man. You got to do a little bit better. At least, you know, work the goalkeeper. Went straight over the bar. But it is what it is. Slobo, like I said, Zoboslai with a pass into Gakpo. But just a little bit too much on it. That would have been a tap-in. Liverpool could have won this game by 4 at least with the opportunities that were missed. You know, the Nunez chance that he could have, you know, they won. Ultimately, they got the 3 points. They could have won this game by more. You know, actually, they had the counter-attack where Konza with a bad boy slide tackle on Luis Diaz. That could have been a goal, you know, if it wasn't for Konza. They had the opportunity for Gakpo when he cut in and smashed it over the bar. That was another opportunity to score. That would have made it 4. Then you had the chance by Slobo into Gakpo. If that was, you know, if the actual pass had less power on it and a little bit more cushioned, that could have been 5. You know, they had a lot of opportunities to completely bury them, but ultimately they get the 3 points and they capitalized on Man City dropping points, Arsenal been dropping points, and it's back to pressure on Arsenal. And I don't really have much confidence, to be honest. I think Liverpool, they played really well, man. On the counter attack, they played really, really well. Certain times in, you know, an open play, I think sometimes some of the passing is a little bit wayward, but on the counter, when it was one route football, these guys they're just efficient, man. They're just efficient. They cut Aston Villa open. They cut Aston Villa open. But yeah, the last goal, Salah just took it himself. Literally took it himself. The Aston Villa player tries to head it out. Mo Salah wins the ball, gets in the box. It looks like he's going to square it. 2 Liverpool players in the box, and he just takes it himself and makes it 2-0. And there you go. There you go. I'm going to put the link out as well. I'm going to see what Liverpool fans have got to say. Obviously, you're 5 points top of the league. Ultimately, you know what I mean, you won the game. It's a compliment, really and truly, saying that you could have won the game 4-5. You know what I'm saying? And your manager's just got here. It's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy what's going on there. It's actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? What's going on right now? It's actually crazy. What happened there? What did I do? What did I do to the link? You know what I mean? But big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to everyone in the building. You know what I'm saying? Big up to everyone in the building. Let me get the link. I don't know what I did to the link there. Let me get the link. I'm going to get through the comments as well. Big up, family. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing on your way in. Let me put the link out. Here we go. Let me invite guests. All right, copy. There we go. Right. All right, let me get through some of the comments. The link is there. There we go. I'm going to pin it. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to Rance as well for the raid. Big up Familia every single time. Big up. I'm so effing happy, man. Slot is the man. What a guy, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. Sack Arteta, man. I'm tired of this Philadelphia. Sack him, bro. Absolutely sack him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look at what this manager's doing, man. I'm fed up. You know what I'm saying? Right. What you saying, man? Lexi, what you saying? What you man saying?
Yo. Good day, man.
What you saying, man?
Chilling, man.
Top of the league, 5 points clear. What do you make of this performance?
No. We cannot sustain it. City will still win the league, innit?
Okay, that's. You're being sarcastic. What's going on, man? Tell me what you think. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big up to Rance as well for the raid, familia. Big up, bro.
No, seriously. You know, believe.
Huh?
Seriously, man.
Listen. If we make something in January, we might.
No, man. The man them say Liverpool are gonna finish third, innit? Only Arsenal and City are challenge for the league, yeah.
No, people said we'll finish outside top 4. No. Some rival finish
yeah, man.
So yeah, don't change minds. Some people
we work with that. Yeah, don't change the argument. We work with that Northside.
Yeah, people said, "Oh, we're not good enough. We're gonna be finished on the clock." Off the clock.
Right. So yeah.
Stay that side. Just don't change your opinion.
Yeah, don't change.
We're not. By the way, we're not favorites for the league title. By the way, so don't say we're favorites.
Oh yeah. Can't win the league. I mean, Arsenal got like 8-point lead, so we only have a 5. So we need more, you know. We
haven't played anyone tough yet. We haven't played anyone tough yet. We haven't played anyone.
Oh yeah, we're still not playing anybody yet. Yeah, you're right. True.
We played Leverkusen for the Wednesday, but they're shit apparently. They're not the same.
Yeah, man. A man just saying say Liverpool are gonna drop points the next 5 games because it's difficult. So hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
So how we face someone tough here? I don't think we have. I'm not impressed. It's not. It's just funny, you know.
Listen, I get it, man. My fan base run their mouth too much, so I get why you guys are now like, yeah, what's all the chat?
Yeah, man.
I get it.
Oh, Snoop.
But what you say? What you man making of the match though? Let's talk about the match. What you got saying about it?
To me, all right. So I think Slot has this thing where we kind of go a little bit hard in the first half, and then we kind of control the game in the second. Not really try to force the issue, try to play compact, try to just keep it simple. And so far it's working. It's a bit nervy because sometimes you don't go into a second half with a lead, or sometimes you don't go in the second half with a with just one goal, like today it was just one goal. So it's just a case where it's like, yo, hope to get the second goal, but it was just sustained, calm, and then we just hit them on the break.
Yeah, I wasn't worried the whole game. Only a few times I was worried, but I actually wasn't worried though. I think we controlled the game well. And listen, Slow was the right guy. We got the right guy. I guess, you know, fair play to the hierarchy, got the right man in, because Slot, we control games. I think under Klopp, you know, we were so rushed with the football. We were panicky sometimes. Under Slot, I know it's literally no panic. 1-0 up, we aren't panicking, which makes me very impressed. And look, I still don't think we win the league, but listen, if we make something in January and we stay in this form, I think you could. I would say we it, but I still think C win the league just because it's Pep, man. I can't really.
Hey, bro, hey, listen.
I mean, I think also.
Hold on, one second.
No, yeah, go on, carry on though.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm still saying, I think we're in the title race, but I don't think we're favorites personally. But listen, like I said, I think Zubimendi, we need to spend big in January if we want to win the league. Which, listen, I think pressure's on Arsenal tomorrow then, and we could say 10 points ahead of you guys.
Well, first off, there's no pressure on Arsenal, man. Arsenal good. Best defense in the league, best defense in Europe, you know.
They're the best rubber in the world. The best
Killer Kai Havertz.
I mean, what phase is slotting? Phase 1.
There's no excuse, bro. If you lot win the league, I already won Arteta right. You know I've always been Arteta right anyway. There's no more argument. There's no more argument. I don't want to hear anything from these Filus Taput. I don't want to hear nothing from these Madikas. I'm telling you right now, bro. If Liverpool win the league, I ain't hearing no excuses, bro. Your manager has not been backed. He was not backed in terms of getting signings in. He's had less than a year. Your players, I feel like your performance today was controlled. Yeah, you did look a little bit shaky in the set.
But it looks like that every game.
And this is what I'm saying. But this is what I've been saying when I've been watching your games this season. It's like you guys, it's like he's got certain attributes that Klopp had, but he's built on that. It's like, okay, certain times we can play direct football. Other times we'll just keep the ball. Other times we'll just, do you know what I'm saying? We'll try to hit you. Do you know what I mean? Other times we'll commit certain players forward. When it's a bit
more or less. It's not as much. Like with Klopp, it was just so much. No, it's just less. Just calm.
Players go injured every game.
You get me a few extra passes. Relax. Don't try to rush. All right, we get a lead. Hey, once we get a lead, it's like Gravenberch's just standing in the midfield on the ball. I mean, like, yo, come and get it. Like, you have to score. Come and get it. You know what I mean?
Trent's injury is not serious. That Trent injury he got, I think he went down. So I'm hoping that's not serious because I think you need him. We need that guy fit. But Bradley was good when he came on, but Trent's still Trent. Like, we need him fit. I'm hoping. International break, Sachi, so he has time to rest. Bring him out the England squad. Let him rest for the. We're still in the run. Obviously, we got tough games where we come back. Real Madrid and Man City at home. So,
all it takes is a couple injuries. We have a couple injuries. That's what you man are not seeing. But not just that. That's the same thing for every team. Like, people always act as if the rules only apply to one team. It's the same for every team. Just a couple injuries and you don't have a good team anymore.
And literally every team. The one injury from collapsing, we've had like 2 injuries, Jota and Alisson. And we're still...
I mean, I think what they mean is, like, for instance, if it were to be a Van Dijk injury or a Konate injury. Hey, what do you think? Northside, what do you think about Konate?
Konate, beast, man.
Well, Konate balled out. I think Gravenberch this season as well has been another player that's played really well for you guys this season.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones was doing some good stuff, but they were trying to do the dark arts on Curtis Jones every time he received the ball. The amount of fouls that they were doing on Curtis Jones was a joke. Mo Salah is Mo Salah. You know, Diaz was decent today, especially on the counter-attack. I think your players played well. McAllister goes without saying he's been playing well. Darwin Nunez took the first goal really well. The second one, this is why he's not a top striker. But ultimately, I feel like if you're a Liverpool fan, you ultimately don't care. He scored the first goal.
Nunez just has a decision-making issue. It's like, bro, why are you trying to shoot the ball like that? There's a million ways. There's a million ways.
Look at Mo Salah's goal, Look at the composure of Mo Salah's goal.
Yeah, just calm and come. I'm saying Nunez, just slot it in the far corner. It's a one-on-one. Like, stop this.
Bad. That second miss he missed.
Big up, friends.
In that first half, that miss he did, oh my God. Just stay composed, man. Literally, it was a free one-on-one. You just need to take that chance. But he didn't. And that's why I prefer Jota at front. But we won't go there. I'm not going to be negative today. But Darwin scored. So why am I going to complain? He's pretty much.
But
do you guys think that you guys can keep this up? Because I've been saying all season, you guys have been playing well. And even when you guys faced Chelsea, like, you were composed. Because the first, like, 15, 20 minutes of that game, Chelsea were passing the ball. You guys just like, all right, you got the ball, no worries. Then as the game went on, you guys forced them to make stupid errors and you capitalized on it. It just seems like every time Liverpool just always looks controlled, which is very, very different than what it was under Klopp. Klopp was controlled panic at times. It was like press, every situation, press. You know, everyone commit. This time it just seems like, all right, cool, we ain't got the ball, no problem. You can have the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, we get the ball. Okay, cool. We're not going to overcommit until we see an opening. Every single time you guys receive the ball from a counter-attack, you saw the numerical advantage, then everybody pushes forward. Then everybody sees the attacker. Like everything just looks like he's trained. Like everyone understands the role and nobody panics. It doesn't seem any panic or there's only urgency when you know, right, let's kill him off. That's what it seems like.
So yeah, so from a tactical perspective, tactically it is sustainable. It is sustainable in terms of just the amount of running the players have to do, just the play style, because you know what we are doing right now is just pretty much we're basically letting the ball do the work.
Yeah.
Not as much running, not as and not only that, we're so structurally set up properly that when someone loses the ball, we can retain it. We can recover it quickly. You get what I say? It's the actual total contrast to Ten Hag ball, because when we were watching Ten Hag, there was always so many different spaces, so much this, so much that. If a player misplaces a pass, they'd get punished immediately. And the reason they'd get punished immediately is because there's no one there to cover. Now, instead of focusing on individual players or having to have individuals just win us games, and so we play as a team on the defensive end, and then we just more rely on individuality going forward, but we still play as a team, because once we lose the ball, like it's easily recovered. So it's just,
and you know as well, like if we score one, we're scoring like another two, another three, and that's what's like that's why I 1-0. I'm like, we're gonna win the game. Most of the times we're one luck. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna win the game. Because that's how good the system is.
We've had
is there any update? Do you, like, as Liverpool fan, is there any updates on Trent? Because obviously he came off injured.
I don't think Scott said anything on it, but it seemed like a hamstring. I don't know what this. It seemed like one, so it could be. I don't know, but it's international break, so he can. I think he should be fine by the time he comes back. But yeah, I'm hoping he's fine, because he's been defensively this season been very good. His passing sometimes a bit, that's a bit stoppy, but yeah, he's been good defensively this season, which is surprising to be honest. But
let's go to Raw King, then we'll go to Brandon. King, you've been waiting there patiently. As a Man United fan, what do you make of this Liverpool performance? What do you make of them this season?
I think Liverpool have been very good this season. And that was another example today that Liverpool can hurt you in so many ways. Liverpool can hurt you in possession, but they can also hurt you in transition. And even though Aston Villa did have chances in the first half, like the two headers and stuff from the corner, and Ollie Watkins had a chance. Even though Villa did have chances in the first half, like in transition, Liverpool just absolutely killed them in transition. And that's what it was. And then in the second half, Liverpool just controlled the tempo of the game. In the second half, they just allowed Aston Villa to have even more of the ball, and they couldn't, and Aston Villa couldn't break Liverpool down. And like Gravenberch, he's been one of the best players this season. He's been very good this season. Like every time when I see this guy, he's impressed me every single time. He's played for Liverpool in this slot system, and Konate as well has impressed me with Van Dijk. That part, because everyone speaks about Gabriel and Saliba, but no one speaks about Van Dijk and Konate. And Liverpool's centre backs partnerships have gone very underrated. They've gone under the microscope, and the thing is, yeah, like with Van Dijk, with Konate, yeah, he is so aggressive. The way that he just wins the ball, he's just so aggressive. The way that he wins the ball back, and Van Dijk just cleans up, bro. Van Dijk just does what Van Dijk does, and Kelleher has done very, 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 very well since Alisson's been out. He's made some very good saves, and even with Mohamed, even with Salah, as a technical baller, I ain't the biggest fan of him as a technical baller. But one thing that you have to respect about Mohamed Salah is when Liverpool need him to come up with goals in big games, he turns up. And yet again, Salah popped up with another goal when Liverpool needed him. And even with Salah, you can see slightly that in the past two to three seasons he's adapted his game slightly. He's more like a creator. He's more of a creator, creating chances for the other forwards. So you have to give credit to Salah for that, and you have to give credit to Slot, because even though Nunez does miss a lot of chances, Nunez is looking slightly better. And like the thing is that I ain't Nunez's biggest fan, but the thing is about Darwin Nunez is he's one of them players that. He's one of them players. He's one of them players like Rashford and Raheem Sterling, where if he has too much time to think about passing, or if he has too much time to think about the shot, he would just completely blaze it over the bar. But when Nunez when he's instinctive and he doesn't think, he just scores these goals. When he's not thinking, but when he thinks about the chance like a lot, he blazes it over the bar. That's what happens. That's what happens with these types of players. That's why he scored the first goal and didn't score the second chance straight after, because the second chance that he had to think about it more and where he will going to place it and stuff. And that's where you see the good in Nunez sometimes, and that's where you see the bad in Nunez. Even Luis Diaz at Liverpool, like again, Slot has improved him. Like he's not the greatest winger in the world, but Slot has improved him, and Slot has got more out of him, and he's got more goal, and he's been firing goals. And it seems, and people can speak about Arsenal having injuries and stuff, but it's like, and City, but it's like Liverpool are without Alisson and Jota. These are still too big. These are still too big players for them, and they are still playing the same way consistently, and they are still playing well. And that's a sign, even as a United fan, that you have to respect. I don't think right now, I think Man City will still win the league. But if Man City drop points in the next 2 or 3 games and Liverpool win the next 2 or 3 games, I think it's over. I think once Liverpool get a gap of 11 to 12 points, I think if Liverpool get a 12-point gap, I think they will win. I think they will win the league. I think they will win the league once they get that 12-point gap.
I'll be real. Like, obviously, at the start of the season, I was like, yo, I didn't know about Slot before coming to the Prem. I never saw how his teams play football. I said, yo, I reserve my opinion. As I've seen them play football, I'm like, yo, I've been liking what I'm seeing from Liverpool. They've been playing well. I said the same about Chelsea. You know, certain games. I said, look, Chelsea, the same thing. Certain games they'll have, you know, some performances that are not as great, but the managers just came into the job. There's things that Liverpool have, though, that Chelsea don't have. They have proven winners. They have players still within that team that know what it takes to win games or know what it takes to win titles. And that will help Chelsea. But as the season's gone on, bro, they've been looking really good, man. I can't lie. That's a fact. Even when they got injuries, certain players out, the guy keeps finding a way. I can't lie. Whereas at Arsenal, which is I'm going to come to Brandon, we play a certain style of football and that's it. And it's like our manager always looks like he's running out of ideas, where their manager seems like he has no problem switching up the tactics game to game or getting the most out of players that certain people had question marks over. Like, I weren't talking the way I'm talking about Gravenberch last season compared to this season. And I think it's down to their manager. He's getting a lot out of them. Like he said, Darwin, Luis Diaz and players like that. Gakpo as well this season as well has improved a lot. So many players have improved. Even players that were getting criticized by Liverpool fans that, what are you doing? You know what I mean? We're not too sure if you got a career here at Liverpool. What do you make of this, Brandon, as an Arsenal fan? Obviously, City dropping points and now Liverpool capitalizing on that. Something we should have been doing.
I ain't worried, bro. I'm not worried. City are in a crisis, and the Premier League need to investigate Liverpool for cheating. Cheating, yeah. It's not fair. Arne Slot cannot start in phase 5. That's unfair. That's unfair, bro. Can't start in phase 5. It takes 5 years. Where's his dog called win? Where's his £800 million spent? You know, this ain't allowed. This is cheating. This is absolute. This is cheating. This is worse than 115. It really is. But no, all jokes aside, Liverpool are a very good side. Very, very good side. You know, Liverpool fans must be licking their lips right now, rubbing their hands together, because all I heard about Liverpool all summer was, oh, what are you going to do if Van Dijk don't sign a new contract? What are you going to do if Trent don't sign a new contract? Look at your squad. It's an aging squad. Yeah, these players been there, done it, seen it, won it, you know, and they're showing that right now. And as you say, all it takes is a decent manager to come in and start getting the best out of the players and improving players. You know, that's the sign of a decent manager that can improve players that are already at a decent level or a top level, right? Mo Salah looks probably more dangerous than what he did under Klopp right now. You know, 28 in the opening 10, 11 games. You know, that's for a guy who's 33. You know, it seems like he's not slowing down. It seems like he's getting better. It seems like Arne Slot has found a way of improving even Mo Salah's goals and assists. You know, we're seeing improved performances from the likes of Luis Diaz, who I heard a lot of Liverpool fans say maybe he's just not the guy, and maybe we need to find better. Same with, you know, Darwin Nunez, etc., etc. Mikel Arteta, on the other hand, came into Arsenal, needed £800 million and his own squad before we can even start thinking about challenging for league titles. He couldn't improve Aubameyang. He made him worse. He couldn't improve at Lacazette. He made him worse. He couldn't improve Ozil. He made him worse. You know, and all the players that we've signed since, he's made them incrementally worse over the years. Arsenal 2 years ago were playing a similar controlled, but I would say more attacking sort of style of football as to what we're seeing right now from Liverpool. And it was decent to watch, and we was 8 points clear, 8 games to go. And now all of a sudden we're prime Stoke City in 2009. Like we're winning games by set pieces. We've got all these big physical guys, no technical ballers. You know, Arteta hates technical players all of a sudden. He just wants, as long as you're big and physical, doesn't matter about the rest of it. You know, Mikel Merino is shit, bro. Yeah. A lot of these players that we brought in are shit. Let's be real. They're crap. And it was only, well, it was inevitable it was going to happen at some point. But let me put it this way. We lose to Chelsea tomorrow, which I think there's a high possibility that we will, because these players don't look confident at all. In fact, I reckon half this squad is probably Arteta out, to be honest with you. They're probably fed up with his arrogance and sick and tired of his bullshit fucking tactics and his, you know, just rubbish, really. Then, yeah, I'm at the moment, I'm placing Liverpool as my favourites, because I look at Man City, we say it every season, right? Oh, Man City don't look the same. Man City don't look the same. And then all of a sudden, you know, the back end of the season, towards sort of February, March time, Man City will go on a mad run. I really just don't see them going on a mad run this season. I don't see it. You know, I'm looking at their squad, and everything that was said about Liverpool's squad in the summer, about them having an aging squad, etc., that looks to be more true about Manchester City. Their midfield in particular. You look at Kovacic, you look at, you know, Nunez hasn't really settled in particularly well at Manchester City. Jack Grealish is never fit. The only guy who can come up with a goal for Manchester City at the moment seems to be Erling Haaland. Their defence looks like it can be got at, which is something I never see at Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. apart from maybe his first season in charge when he had Joe Hart in goal and he was trying to do this playing out the back. They look vulnerable all of a sudden. Whereas as Liverpool, all we've been hearing is, yeah, but they haven't played anybody yet. Well, they just beat Aston Villa tonight. They beat Bayern Leverkusen during the week, who, you know, won the German league, went invincible in the German league for all you top gooners out there. Yeah, invincible in the German league, and Liverpool just slapped them up 4-0. And they just seem to be getting better and better. And yeah, they don't look slowing down, bro. I'm just looking at it thinking, do you know what? If we're not going to win the league, I pray Liverpool do win the league, to be honest with you. I don't want Man City winning 5, you know, because then all of a sudden you're looking at it as a bit of a farmers league. I know we've come close a couple of times. I know Liverpool have come close.
Well, if they win, they're 2 Premier Leagues behind our record of total Premier League titles.
I know.
This is when people are telling us, oh, it takes time and, you know, give it time and all of that. If they win, if City were to win the league this season, they're 2 league titles behind Arsenal.
Yeah.
And all due respect to City fans, when I grew up in the 90s, I never heard anyone talking about you. Like, I never really even saw Man City shirts like that. I'll be real. And I was born and bred in London, bro. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. Like, it's absolute facts. This is the difference when we have the inferior manager. This is why I say that the quality of a manager is important. What does the manager do? What's the game management? How does he build players? You know, like, I don't want to turn it completely into a Arsenal conversation, because it's about Liverpool and Liverpool's performance today, and the fact that City today dropped points and Liverpool capitalized. Why don't we capitalize? But this is the thing. So many players, question mark over them. Are they really good enough? You know what I mean? Gravenberch, as an Arsenal fan, I was thinking, is he good enough? He's been balling out, bro, this season. He's been balling out. Gravenberch has been balling out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. Whether they got Jota up front, whether they got Nunez up front, they're still scoring goals. They still know how to get over the line. It's crazy, man. Like, I don't see this kind of attitude from Slot that one season we're going to play defensive. Next season, we're going to analyze the opposition and we will adjust the team according to the opposition. That's somebody that actually tactically understands football. Not a manager that plays the same system and then when the system ain't working, does like-for-like changes like Arteta. This is why this guy's a bum, bro. I've had enough. I can't lie. I want to get
real quick. It's been quite refreshing. Oh, Northside. And I shouldn't really be saying this because this is supposedly one of our title rivals, right? But it's quite refreshing to see a manager come into a football club, go, I'm the manager, you do as I say. And if I think that it's acceptable to bring Trent Alexander-Arnold off after he's had a fantastic game, not today because I know he was injured, but I've seen him bring off Trent before. I've seen him bring off Salah, you know, not like on the 80th minute either, like something like 60th minute, 70th minute. He gets his substitutions right majority of the time. And a lot of the time, he's also freshening it up, keeping these players fresh so that they can, you know, continue to carry on with their form. Whereas, like you say about Arsenal, we see the same substitutions every single game. It's always 70th minute, and then all of a sudden we'll bring somebody on in the 80th minute if it's still not going right. And then, like the other night, when we're bringing on Odegaard for 3 minutes of injury time, like, what's all that about? Do you know what I mean? So it's quite.
They've got the equivalent that what we had. We had one attacking player out, and we looked disjointed. They got Jota out. They're still fine.
That's because we're Saka.
You know what I mean? Come on, bro. If we had Raya injured, who we got in goal? Look at even Callagher, yeah. Big up to bro. Callagher today. Some of the saves that he made today, proper good saves, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That really good save. This guy's been consistent. He's been consistent. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely deserves a shout out alongside Kanate, alongside Gravenberch, alongside Salah, and all the rest of them, bro. Because he's actually did well. Like people forget they ain't even got their main goalkeeper, bro. They're top of the league. It's a joke thing. But listen, big up to Lee for the raid. Big up Fabila. Big up to Rants as well. Big up to both of them. Make sure you're subscribing to Rants' channel. Make sure you're subscribing to Lee Reacts and Lee Gunner's channel. You know what I mean? Both channels. But let's get Maxwell. I want to get you in, bro, quickly. I want to get you in, Maxwell. What are you saying, bro? Who do you support? What did you make of this game?
Yo.
Yeah,
I'm a Liverpool fan, my guy. What's going on? What's up, Northside?
Big up, man. What'd you make of today's performance, bro? You're top of the league.
Yeah, it feels good. Been top of the league for a few weeks. Beat another top 4 side. But yeah, it was a great game, man. It was a great game. Aston Villa had chances, especially Durant when he came in. He had a chance late around, I don't know, 80th minute. But once Salah scored, once that second goal was in, I was like, "Yup." I'm not gonna say we got it on lock, but we favorites now. We in the driver's seat. We favorites official. What 5 points clear? 10 from Arsenal, depending on if you guys win or lose or draw, whatever tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, the goalie Kelleher, I slept on him. I knew he was alright, but man, he's nice, man. He could be a number one for a lot of good teams. No wonder he wanted to leave at first, but you're right, man. We lose a player, we don't make excuses. We just keep grooving, keep it moving, keep doing our thing. But yeah, Gravenberch, man, I didn't know he was like that. I thought he was a number 8. That guy playing everywhere, man. He controls the game. Him, Van Dijk does what Van Dijk does. Salah does what Salah does. Great game, man. Darwin Nunez scored, but then that guy's a headache too, bro. I don't know. He be playing like a Pro Cup player that scores 1 goal and then gets too hyped, too excited, and just bricks the next one. It's crazy, but you just gotta deal with it, you know. As long as you got a good team, good coach like Arne Slot, I like the way he's playing. It's not this rock and roll hype. He playing calm football, possession, and and the one thing I like about him is if you playing bad by the 45th minute, at the most the 60th, yeah, you gone. You get hooked. Next man up. I like that about him. He's not scared to take people out. But overall, all the players did well. McAllister, he does his thing. But yeah, it was a great W, man. Great W.
Can I ask you Liverpool fans a question? Because early on in the season, right? Everybody here must know who the Don Hussam is, yeah? Hussam was about Arsenal could potentially break Chelsea's record in terms of goals conceded, right? I'm looking at Liverpool right now. You conceded 6 goals in the league. Do you think you could break Chelsea's record?
Nah. It's easier to get like a invincible than that. I don't think you can break that. What is it? 14, right? 15 or something?
15.
Nah.
One of the most underrated records in the league, by the way. That.
Yeah. No, you're not gonna get that. I don't think so.
It's still 27 games left to go, bro.
Do you guys, as Liverpool fans, obviously your manager wasn't back. Quickly before I get Arsenal X-rated to have his opinion as well. To the Liverpool fans, what do you lot think about what you'll do in January? Do you think he'll be backed? Because he wasn't backed in the summer. You needed a couple of signings. Obviously, he's doing really well. I think, to be fair, start of the season, I didn't hear any Liverpool fans saying, yo, we can win the league. You needed a couple of players. Do you think now this is causing problem for the owner, pressure for the owner to back him? Because he's got you top of the league. He's got certain players playing really, really well. What players do you think you'll bring in, or what players do you need to address in January? Do you think you bring in anyone?
Another midfielder, especially like a defensive midfielder. Try to go again for homeboy Zumbamendi.
No, Bon Zumbamendi blood.
You still this is how you get the FSG got to be pressured now. They've seen how well he's doing in his first few months. They have to invest. They can't play around. They made the mistake with Klopp, but that's a whole nother story. They can't. Because then
I'll be real. I've seen these guys. I've seen us in a similar position, and they just not invest. So I can't really say that they will, because I think they just view it as, oh, you're doing well, you have enough, fine, okay. That's how I see it. You know?
Man brought in Chiesa with no knees, and he's 10 points clear at the top. Oh, mate,
crazy work.
But yeah, I mean. But yeah, after Slot's assessment though, all he said we really need was a centre back and a centre mid. So it's more of, and to me that is so simple. Like, just do it, fam. We have 6 attackers. We have good rotation.
You're not another striker though, Lex, because at the start of the season when Jota was playing as a striker, he was missing a lot of opportunities this season. Like, I rate Jota, but he was missing a lot of opportunities. If you get a striker, then you can play him on the wing again. Do you know what I mean? That kind of alleviates him playing through the middle. Would you not go for another striker?
Just for the Bane celebration, just splash 100 mil on your career, isn't it?
It'd ball at Liverpool, mate. Jokeres would absolutely ball at Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
Because Darwin, like you saw, like King said, yeah. To be fair, Darwin's
I'll be real.
Yeah,
But I'll be real with you.
Playing in up front was missing chances. Like as a striker, you rely more on Salah to be your guy that's going to deliver.
I mean, we have, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to help him out, you're not going and get a striker.
I'd rather get a left back.
We should.
Neither of them have been consistent.
I'd rather get a left back. I'm done with Andrew Robertson.
A striker would be good, though. A striker would be good.
Jesus is available.
I got to finish.
Anyways.
Havertz, I know.
Even if you get someone unknown, bro.
2 for 1.
Huh?
Even if you get someone unknown up front,
I'm trying to rack my brain to find who.
I don't know. Would Osimhen could work in this?
No, bro, no.
You're like me. You don't really rate Osimhen like that.
No. You man need Osimhen more than we do, man.
I think Tammy Abraham will probably do good in the system.
I don't want Osimhen. I can't.
Yeah, but then with Tammy Abraham, you still run into the same issues that we'll have with Nunez and Jota, innit?
Oh, I think he's more clinical than Nunez, though. I don't know if he's better, but he's more clinical than him.
Yeah.
I hear that. Arsenal X-rated, man. What'd you make of today's game, man? As an Arsenal fan watching today, obviously City dropping points, then Liverpool capitalizing, doing what they have to do, scoring 2 goals against Aston Villa. We're far behind. Man City are 5 points behind them. What'd you make of today's game, bro?
Listen, man. Cheers for having me on, by the way. Big up to the panel. I'm Aaron. Yeah, man. First off, I've got to call myself out because I call people out on my own channel. I'm going to call myself out. I ripped Liverpool off foolishly, very, very, very foolishly at the start of the season. And I'm choking on my words now. And do you know what? Fair play to Liverpool, yeah? I've got to hold my hands up. I'll call myself out. Look, 9 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 5 points clear of the 4 in a row champions. 10 in front of us, frauds at Arsenal, who ain't won a league in 21 years. Let's get it right. They've got the best defence in the league. One goal behind, I think, the best attack. They're top of the Champions League table. I think I think they're the only team that's got a perfect record in there. In the quarters of the League Cup, probably going to be favourites to go for the semis. Fair play to Liverpool, mate. Fair play to Liverpool. Let's get that right, man. We've got to hold that as Arsenal fans. And I'm probably unfortunately gonna have to call myself out and being that I overlooked them. I'm a little bit jealous if I'm being honest with you. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit frustrating. Like we always say, what phase is slotting? It's almost like you need a dead goal scorer, an absolute killer like Mohamed Salah that has throughout the last however long he's been at Liverpool, what 8 or so years, it's probably there or thereabouts. They do the business, don't they, the goal scorers? Almost like as well, you need a manager that does the business. So we're sort of now looking there. I'm thinking we've waited for the season where Man City are slightly going to crumble, and we can. And what do? We don't crumble. We disintegrate. So now we're looking at this Liverpool team that's just got their manager in. He's only made 1 signing, Chiesa, and look at them. They're absolutely flying. And do you know what? It's annoying and it's really frustrating for me to say, but fair play to them. Absolutely fair play to Liverpool and Arsenal. We've got to hold that, mate. We've got to hold that. This should be us. We thought it was going to be us. We thought it was going to be us sat there nice and pretty whilst Manchester City are crumbling. We thought Liverpool were going to be so-so. We thought it was going to be Arsenal that were going to be sat there nice and pretty, 5 points clear. But we're not. And we're found wanting Northside. Panel, Liverpool fans. Fair dues to you, man. It's not been a pretty sort of time for Arsenal, you know, and fair dues to Liverpool. That's all I can say, you know. It's a bit painful, but you've got to hold your hands up, man.
Well, this is what happens when the fan base make excuses about the bench saying it's fixed when it's not. Talking about combinations, talking about we can get the best out of strikers or deadwood from Chelsea like Sterling. This is what happens. Other teams catch up. I said this to Arsenal. I said this to a lot of Arsenal fans, yeah, that were talking rubbish, yeah. I said, yo, Liverpool were the team that were going head-to-head with Man City. Where did they go wrong? They let their midfield get old. Yeah, that was the one time they started to drop off a bit because they take the foot off the neck in terms of replenishing where they needed to.
Ferguson was excellent there.
They didn't replenish what they needed to continue staying in that race. Yeah, but now They've gone out there and
Actually got worse.
they did the due diligence in getting a good manager. Do you know what I'm saying? And now look at them. What do? We make excuses. Oh, we don't need a backup to Odegaard. Oh, we don't need competition for Saka. We don't need a better striker. We'll spread the goals around. Oh, we don't need to go out there and get more midfielders. We'll just play the kids. You know what I'm saying? Look at the difference. Look at the difference, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's bro, I can't lie, man. It's annoying. Uncle Rods, I know you're a big Liverpool fan. I know you're probably buzzing today. Tell me how you feel about today's result, man. You're top of the league, bro.
Yeah, listen. Thanks for having me on your show, man. Thanks for having me on your show. This is why I constantly watch your stuff alongside. It's why I constantly watch your stuff. Because you're not afraid to call out fuckeries. You're not afraid to call it out. You call it out how it is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? And this is why I constantly watch your stuff at the end of the day. And listen, big you up and carry on the good work, man. Carry on the good work. Don't let them man that trying to sort of grind you down. Always speak the truth.
Hey, yo.
You know what I mean? You always speak the truth and that stuff. So big up. Listen, all right, I won't lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy with the way it's going at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was one of Arne Slot's opposers. I didn't really want him at the club because I didn't really think he was experienced enough to take it on because he hadn't really done anything at finals. You understand what I'm saying? But see now, he's proving me wrong. At the moment, he's proving me wrong. Do you know what I mean? And if at the end of the season we win something, yeah, whether it be FA Cup, League, or Champions League, yeah, I would eat humble pie. Do you know what I mean? I'm like that. I'll hold my hands up and say, I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? The problem that I see with Arsenal is the fact that they sort of like, you keep on doing the same things every time. Every season, you keep on doing the same thing. You don't learn from the season that it was before. That season at the day where you had like 93%, do you know what I mean? And you're blitzing teams at the day and stuff, right? You knew what to do next season. Get a midfielder and get a striker. They didn't really do that. Do you know what I mean? They didn't really sort of say, right, get rid of Jesus because he's rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right? We all know this. Jesus, he can probably give you half a season, if that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Right? Get rid of him and get in a striker at the day that's going to score you 20 goals plus. This is what you need to do. But it's not done that way. And why you lot got sort of like Raheem Sterling, I don't know. I just don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Panic, mate.
That's what I'm trying to say. Until you sort of like get the right structure in place, and it might be the fact at the day that sort of like Arteta has to go. Do you know what I mean? It might be that. But till you get the right structure in place, you can be constantly banging your head against the wall, I'm not saying that today that we're going to clean up, that Liverpool's going to clean up with everything. Do you know, I'm not saying that. Do you know what I mean? At the moment, the football that we're playing at the moment, I like it. The results are good. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And we're not 10 points clear of Arsenal yet because Arsenal could probably win tomorrow. You never know. They could probably win tomorrow. Yeah. But personally, if they did win tomorrow, I think they'll be coming up the cracks. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? But listen, at the day, it's going very well at the moment. Can't lie. Yeah. But I want to see what we win at the end of the season. There's no point in getting these results now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then at the end of the season, you end up with nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's a bit of a failure. Unlike Gal, Gal was saying it today, sort of like he'd rather have like, you know, win 76% of games or whatever. Do you know what I mean? If you don't win anything, at least he knows he's going in the right direction. That don't mean shit. What means at the day is what you got in the cabinet, the trophies. That's what it means. So if you win a League Cup, if you win an FA Cup, and if you win a Champions League or the League, that's what counts. It don't count winning games and ending up with nothing. That doesn't count. You know what I mean? But like, listen, it's going well at the moment. I can't complain. And listen, big up the team. Big up the team. That's all I can say. Big up the team.
I hear that, man. Listen, open panel. Whoever wants to talk, whatever you say.
Don't worry about us. We've got Rosicki or Per Mertesacker coming in to sign players now, so we'll be all right, bro.
Yes, man. Oh. Do you reckon they're going to have a personality of their own enough to say no to the power-hungry narcissist Mikel Arteta?
Of course not, bro. We know that.
Yeah, of course we're not. Yeah, we know. Yes, men. That's why they're only two in the running. Yes, men. Another little bitch at the top of the helm.
Crazy thing is, though, he's gonna stay. That's a crazy thing. Even if you guys don't win nothing, He's gonna stay. He read up, right? He re-signed Arteta.
Yeah, he's on a 3-year contract.
Oh, he's staying for this. Even if he loses or like doesn't make top 4, doesn't win nothing, he's staying. At least for this year.
Yeah. It's another student for the University of Arsenal, because that's all we do. We're a university. We allow all these people to come in, like Mikel Arteta, like Per Mertesacker, like Edu, like probably now Thomas Ricky, to come in, learn at Arsenal, then fuck off and spread their wings somewhere else. We're a university, not a football club. I'm not even a good university.
This is why the fan base is such an important element at Arsenal, because they do take the piss, right? They do take the piss, and this is why the likes of Lee, the likes of Northside, the likes of myself, and anybody else you want to call it out, right, are so bloody important, because the more Arsenal fans that we get on side, the more chance we have of actually getting change at the football club, because the owners ain't going to do it. So the only people that can do it is the fans. And we've got too many fucking clowns like a gal talking about 86
Oh my gosh.
Ball lake, mate.
Cup.
They blind sheep.
Brandon, this scarf I've got up here, was the 2017 FA Cup final against Chelsea win. We had it placed on our seats that we won there. That was my actual first ever trip to Wembley for Arsenal, seeing us lift the cup. It was different. It's different to when you watch it on telly. It's different to anything. I want to go back to Wembley and see us do that. End of. I don't give a shit about percentages. I don't care about at least 73% of that. I want a trophy. I want all of them. That's that. Simple as that. I want a successful team. At bar anything else.
They're with Sobbo, bro. With Sobbo. Man like Sobbo, I do not rate that player, bro, but they're still getting performances out. They're still getting wins. This is what annoys me.
But that's the important part. That's the important part of it. It's like a lot of managers don't realize that if you just ask your players to play football, then because they're professionals, you just give them the instructions, give them the tactics, have them understand that, okay, instead of hiding behind the opponent's players, always place yourself in the gap to receive the pass turn. There will always be someone there to pass it to. It's like I use the example of Manchester United. When Casemiro picks up the ball, how many options does he have? Why does he only have one option?
Yes.
Why when I watch Arsenal, Rice is always hiding. Instead, he's in the 6. Instead of going to pick up the ball and turning and facilitating play, why is he always behind the striker? Why is Marino always hiding behind the striker? Why are these players not like, oh, pass it over there, oh, pass it over there? Why are you giving instructions? You're not the manager. Play football.
No.
But this is how we know it is the manager, though, because 2 years ago, when Arsenal were 8 points clear, we weren't playing football like this. We was playing football what you guys are now. So we know that this squad of players is capable of playing much better football than what we are right now.
But I think one major issue that Arteta ended up having is because if you continuously sign defenders, the only thing you'll be able to do is defend.
Right.
And their defense have got worse.
In a minute, no, mate. We can't even do that.
If you
there'll be nothing going forward, though, won't they? They'll be like if you're signing a bag of defenders at the day, right? What's going to happen at the day? There'll be nothing going forward. When you've got the counter-attack, there's nothing, is there?
Exactly.
So to got yeah. I remember this game, right? Many years ago. It was a while ago when Liverpool went to not the Emirates, to Highbury, and they played Arsenal. And it was like they had Bergkamp and all their man there. It was 2-2 draw. I remember a pass at the end of the day. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I remember a pass that Bergkamp did, right? And that pass literally split our midfield in two. And I'm sure Perez scored the goal in the end. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. These are the sort of things at the day that you're missing in Arsenal. You're missing that guy at the day that's going to be able to take that decisive pass. That decisive pass at the day that's going to do something, and it's going to sort of like literally sort of like gain an advantage, mess up the other team. Because what it was doing, when he lit that pass and scored that goal, we froze for about half an hour to 40 minutes. We froze. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And ever since that day, I've never seen a player or players at the day being able to do that to any team in Arsenal, to any team, like hit a pass, split the defense, or do something in the day that's gonna put sort of like a team on the back foot and make them scared. Do you know what I mean? You know, because people were scared of when they came to Highbury. Yeah, people were scared to come to Highbury. I was as a fan at the day, a Liverpool fan, and we was playing at Highbury, and I was like, "Fuck me, we're not playing at Highbury again." Do you know what I mean? Because it was such a place at the day that you wasn't getting nothing out of that. But now it's just totally different. So what I'm trying to say today is like the whole mentality of the team. Because listen, it's all right getting in these players at the end of the day, right? Getting these players like a striker, winger, or midfielder at the end of the day, right? But if you cannot install the right mentality into these players at the end of the day, right, you're just going to have any other player. You're literally just going to have any other player. Do you know what I mean? So it's a mentality thing, much less than sort of like having the players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not just a mentality thing as well with Arteta. Arteta likes players that he can control. He doesn't want any players to go against any decision that he is making. He likes players that he basically likes yes men. That's what Arteta like. Arteta likes yes men. That's what he likes, innit? That's what he's like. And this is the thing, yeah. Like this thing about Mertesacker and Rosicky coming in, this is reminding me of when my club brought in Darren Fletcher and all of these men as sporting directors and stuff, and gave Ollie the job and gave and was giving the job to Carrick and that. Like it were jobs for the boys and that. That's what Arsenal are doing right now, jobs for the boys, because Mertesacker played for the club and Rosicky, you know what? Since these men played for the club, they get it in their veins. They get it, what it means to be an Arsenal player. That's why they are going to give Mertesacker and Rosicky their jobs, not because they are good at their actual jobs. It's just because they used to play for Arsenal. And this is the thing. And Arteta spoke about in the documentary. He spoke about I would never ever throw any players under the bus. Well, you are doing that with Ethan right now, bro. You are doing that with Ethan right now. Ethan's not even getting a game, bro. Ethan's not getting a sniff when Ødegaard's been out for the past 3 months and that. And you said Ødegaard would be straight back, and Ødegaard would be back in a couple of weeks or in a few weeks, Arteta said. But obviously, we all know Ødegaard's been out for months. And this is the thing. We all know Arteta lies, bro. We all know. And even Trossard, Trossard hasn't been great this season, but I've said it before. Trossard is Arteta out. Trossard is Arteta out because I remember last season when Trossard were playing well in certain games, he wasn't getting starts. Martinelli was starting ahead of him. So, you know what I'm saying? So Arteta has always had his favourites and stuff.
Yeah. The best way to get players on side is get them doing what they do best within the system and getting results. Look at Gravenberch. Man's having a conversation with Gravenberch. This is what I want you to do. I want you to be a ball carrying midfield. I want you to create from the back. I want you to play in these areas, and he's getting the most out of him. All of a sudden, the player's on side. You know why? Because my coach is actually getting the most out of me. He's getting performances, and we're getting wins. So that's how you get players on side. Even the disgruntled players, when they see, oh, but we're winning. Okay, cool. Then you get the trophy. Then with the trophy, it's like, okay, well, now you understand my decisions. That is why players stay with certain managers. That's why Bernardo stayed with Man City. That's why so long Rooney stayed with Fergie. Even when he was challenging him, he was like, yo, listen, what's going on? What are we getting? You need to get the most out of players. Our players are looking clueless, bro. Our players are looking clueless. Ben White's getting cooked. Trossard's getting played in every position, looking trash. You know what I'm saying? It's just looking crazy. Moreno playing in the 10. You ain't going to get players on side like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Players have got egos. You have to justify your decisions to the players. Forget about the fans, to the players, bro, because that's when they start looking at, I don't even want to play for this manager. Why am I holding bench for the next man I'm playing? It looks like right now at Liverpool, he's got everyone on side. He's got Darwin Nunez on side. He's got Jota on side. Nunez wasn't starting every game up front at the start of the season. Jota's not played. He's injured, no problem. Nunez comes in, he scores him a goal. The players, he's got the players on side. He's getting the most out of the players. McAllister's still balling. I think Curtis Jones, he did a lot of good stuff, but there was a lot of fouls. They were fouling him heavy. You know what I mean? So he couldn't really build much momentum in his play. They were fouling him every single time he was getting targeted. Gakpo comes into the team, improve Gakpo. I didn't rate Gakpo, but he's actually getting a tune out of Gakpo, making him look like a decent player. Darwin Diaz is coming to the team under this manager as well. Better player. That's how you get players on side. That's how you get players like actually looking at you. Look at Arteta against Newcastle. The players look lost. They're looking at him. He looked lost. How are you going to believe in the leadership when you're looking at your coach, your manager, and he looks just as lost as you? You're like,
bro, like dementia, mate.
He was
just
thinking about
stubborn.
conquering his wife and that, bro, on the sideline.
Can I just quickly add to a point that the real king is that the gentleman up here just said, yeah, about jobs for the boys, because I totally agree with what he just said, yeah. At Arsenal, we've given the jobs to the boys, so the jobs are to Edu, to Per Mertesacker, to Mikel Arteta. These ain't even anywhere near Arsenal legends. Where's the jobs for Dennis Bergkamp? Where's the jobs for Thierry Henry, Robert Pires? What about Patrick Vieira? What about Sol Campbell?
Yeah.
What about Jens Lehmann? Oh yeah, we did give him a job and then we kicked him out.
Yeah.
Where's the proper Arsenal players for the jobs for the boys? The winners, the last group of winners that we had. Where's the jobs for them boys? The club don't want to know. Why? Because the winning mentality says that they are going to challenge every single decision that they make. And thus far, it's all the wrong decision. Do you know why? Because we haven't won anything. And it's a great point that he made up there, man. Yeah, jobs for the boys, but the wrong boys.
I watched. I think when Leverkusen played Liverpool, Xabi Alonso was talking on the before the game, innit? And he was talking about the belief thing, like how you have to make the players believe, and how you get them on site and whatever. Yeah, that's how he won his first trophy thing, whatever, with them. The problem is, yeah, when you look at Arsenal. Let's say when they were playing good, it was all on belief. But when you haven't won anything, after a while, the belief starts wearing off, and that's what we're seeing now. On top of it is recruitment, and then you add all these other things that haven't been going well. It's just a big thing that's just come and hit you guys at the wrong time, innit? Yeah. But some of us can kind of seen it before because we can tell a winning team, if that makes sense. If so, some of us who have actually seen winning teams in the past couple of years, or our clubs won leagues or whatever, that's what we can sense. Liverpool might actually win it, but that's if Man City, doesn't do the job or whatever, because we know how crazy they can go sometimes during the season, yeah. But I'm not trying to be disrespectful, yeah, but I've never felt scared about Arsenal. Like in the last couple of years with Arteta, yeah, I always felt like the only time it was is when we were 8 points clear, 10 points clear, that 93%, yeah. But then we always felt like, the Arsenal Express is never late. Something can happen, innit, here. Like, do you know what I mean? Something can just happen and it can just go down, and we've seen it. And then even the season after, same thing. So for me, it's like, because you haven't done the job in the summer, and I don't trust the manager. That's two things that don't go together. And if you ain't got winners in your team, you don't expect to kind of win, innit? Like it's a weird one because you got Man City in the league, so you need to do better than them. And then another thing with the mentality is, the minute you go to City's ground, sit back and think that you're the better team, but you want to sit back, that already tells me you don't think you're better than them. It's just like an image, innit, in front of you. So you're acting like you're better, but you're not really better than them. The aim should be to be better than City. The reason why we respected Liverpool with Klopp is because they went there and just gave it a game. Even if they didn't win, they'll win all the other games. But when they play City, they're going to go there and make sure they take them on, basically. And people say, you're not smart if you play against City because they're the better team. It makes sense, but you still want to go out there and show them that we're the new upcoming team and we're taking over, basically. But it's always been, we're going to sit back, we're going to get a draw, celebrating draws and all that. And then it just makes it look worse, innit, when you don't win anything. So, yeah, man, it's crazy.
Brother, it's a weak mentality at Arsenal, mate. Do you know what it is? Arsenal win a couple of games and they're like, do you know what? We're a great team. We're a great team, aren't we? We lose one game and they all look around the dressing room going, we're shit, aren't we? That's how weak their mentality is. All it takes is one loss. And we've seen it throughout the whole duration of Mikel Arteta's tenure. We lose one, we lose in clusters. We never bounce back instantaneously and go on another 4 or 5 game win. We lose, we draw, we lose. We get in a rut. And and that's not good. What winning team does that? You're looking at Man City now. I mean, I know they're a winning team, but I'm saying they're in a bit of a rut. We don't see this from Man City.
Yeah, but look at the players they have. Like now, he's playing that new defender kid in the back. Like at least
Simpson. Yeah,
I
think.
And obviously, with Arsenal now, he's not even trying to play in Ranieri. That's the weird one. Which is one player who, if he has potential, this could be his way onto the scene, innit? If he's a player that can turn your game around or season around, give him a chance and see what he can do. That's how we found out about a Yamal or Palm or someone actually got the chance and he played. If he's not good enough, he can hold the bench. You know what I mean? I get that. But at the same time, look at now, he's got all these problems at City and he's playing a new little kid centre back. The other one that Rico Lewis plays. And he's still playing the same system, still playing the same thing. Cool, he's losing the games. But at least he's not saying, no, I'm forcing this guy to play, or this guy has a broken toe and he's playing tomorrow. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that are happening that just don't make sense, to be honest.
It's like what Liverpool did. Yeah, Liverpool did last season, and what you're saying is true because I've had the same conversation I had with with Tony Claude and someone Guna. You know what I mean? Like good guys, really good guys. And I'm saying, look at last season when Liverpool was hit with the worst injury crisis that's ever been in the Premiership. They literally had 12 first team players out. 12 first team players were out. Yeah. What we did, we turned to our youth. We brought all those youth in. Yeah. Connor Bradley, Tyler Morton, all their manning, Dans and their manning, right? And still managed to win the sort of League Cup. Do you know what I mean? They did well. Sometimes you have to take
the only problem with that was that you lot still played rock and roll football.
Yeah, but
it didn't go with I have injury problems, but I'm gonna still play that high intensity football.
Yeah, but that's Klopp's style.
Which is the only thing.
That works for them. Yeah, that works for the youth.
I think what it was that was Klopp's style in the day, right? And Klopp's was that guy that sort of would do that, and he got results out of it. Sometimes it didn't work for him, but most of the time it did. Now Arlie Slot's come in and sort of said, right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sort of deal with more possession-based football. Once we get ahead, we're going to hold on to possession, be more sort of calm and more methodical on the ball. So he's brought in a different style with him. But what I'm saying, in respects to Arsenal today, right, if you got first team players out, bring in the youth. Take a chance with the youth and see what they can do, right? Yeah. And if they don't, obviously, if it don't work out, they can hold a bench, try somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Just like that. But at the moment, it looks like they're literally scared to do that, sort of if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a culture, bro. It's a culture. It's a culture at Arsenal altogether. And this is the thing, what club, what club gets around? What club gets all the players to sit in school assembly and say, oh, let's say hi to Calafiori, let's say hi to Declan Rice, let's say hi to Mikel Moreno. What club does this, bro? And these are the things. This is why Arsenal will never win anything. Because Arsenal got these men sitting down in classrooms. Saying, oh, let's say hello to Calafiori when he signed. Let's say hello to Moreno. Let's say hello to Declan Rice. Every single signing that Arsenal make, we have to get the players and say, oh, hi guys, hello, all the this and that, and blimmin' doing. Arteta's got them man doing pockets, bro, and doing lemon juices and getting dogs and all of that, bro. It don't make no sense.
I think the problem is, though, I think the problem is with Arteta, right? He's so stubborn. It's I think the last 2 seasons in the past where they come second and they came second, I think in his head, to him, he almost thinks that's like a trophy. So he's thinking I've set up everything for this club in the last couple of years. So it's his way or the highway. You can't have that mentality if you don't have a history of winning. You're not Jose, you're not Ancelotti, you're not Pep, where you can have a stubborn mentality and the players got to do what I say. I'm gonna play whoever played this person, even if he's playing bad. It's just like it don't make sense, man. It's like he's trying to have like he has credit in the bank with no credit.
Yeah, but
It don't add up. It's like
he's just not that type of manager, bro. Like that's just the reality of it. Like
he's ruining Declan Rice. It's crazy.
Tacticians, yeah. Like, this manager is a coward. Yeah, I'll tell you why he's a coward. When Klopp went to Liverpool, didn't have all his players. They started off playing the football that he wanted to play. He didn't deviate. Nope. Look at the players that he inherited at the start. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even, bro, managers that are top managers here, they know how to change the game within the game, bro. Like, this manager does not have any type of game management at all. At all. There's never a time where our backs are against the wall and Arteta just does something. Like, yo, we're going to play 3 at the back. Yo, do you know what? Yeah, we'll bring this brother and we'll start whipping in crosses into him, bro. Do you know what? Everything is samey, bro. He started off playing this defensive football because he was scared because he didn't have all his players. Unai Emery had the same team and got them to a European final playing his brand of football. This manager was second guessing himself from the get-go. Arteta wasn't playing the style of football that we played 3 years ago, the attacking football. And then when he flopped that, then he started, oh no, I gotta change it. Then he went completely defensive. How do you go from attacking to completely defensive? Like, is there no middle ground? Do you not know how to defend and attack?
That's crazy.
How to do that. Jose Mourinho went up against the best Barcelona team, and he broke the record for the most goals scored, and yet they were defensively solid. How come you can't do that? Conte is able to implement a style of football that's defensive and can still attack, and they can actually transition. This manager is insecure, bro. He knows he ain't good enough, and he said it himself. He was thinking about quitting the job. This guy is rubbish, bro. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, you can't tell me that you have all this time and you don't know how to get over the line, even to win a Carabao Cup or even an FA Cup. What kind of manager are you after all this money spent? People are laughing at Lampard. This fan base cared more about, but Arteta's going to outlast Ole and Lampard. So what? What's he done? They're gone and he's still here. What's he done? Do you know what I'm saying? Irrelevant arguments, bro. Irrelevant arguments. Oh, he's the best new young manager. How did that work? Xabi Alonso goes to flipping Bayer Leverkusen and wins the league, bro. So how's this manager the best young manager in world football? Based on what? Because it ain't based on
these meltdowns need any little victories they can get, mate.
Lampard got to stop 4 with the kids, bro. Academy. Because you had the transfer ban. So even that, you can't even say... Yeah. I'm not going to say it's the best achievement as well, but he's still done something, innit? With whatever he had given at the time.
Yeah.
This guy got 800 million, bro.
It's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Even in the summer, I spoke to someone there, and I said to him, "Yo," he was saying, "We need Nico Williams." Remember the whole thing about Nico Williams? Yeah.
Oh,
he's Rafael Leao, I heard.
So I said, "How about why don't you get a replacement or like a backup for Saka?" They said, no, not Saka, no. Because remember, Pedro Neto was still available at that time. Because I didn't even know we were going to sign him. I just woke up one day, here we go, he signed it. But, like, he was like, no, Saka has to play. We need a left winger. And I'm like, bro, what point are you going to rest Saka then? So they like the favoritism thing, you know, the sentimental thing. And that ends at some point. So you need to think ahead, innit?
Yeah, why didn't they get Conceição, bro? They could have got Conceição before Juventus. Why didn't they get Conceição? Why did they get Conceição, bro? They could have got Conceição, but obviously not. You know what I mean? They want it's flavour of the month, Nico Williams, you know, like that. Another player that they hyped and another player that is stinking it out. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is what it is, bro.
Hovers didn't want to come either, man.
I'm going to have to bounce. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Sorry for everyone that's behind the stage to jump on, but I do have to go. We're going to redirect to Planet Faz. So make sure you say Northside Raid on the way in. You know what I'm saying?
Big up everyone.
For sure. Big up, dog.
Everyone that's locked in. Big up to everyone that joined the panel, everyone that comments and everything. And yeah, we'll speak later. We're out.